Have you ever wondered why some people seem to have an unshakable calm in the face of adversity? A compelling question, isn't it? We all have our moments of weakness, times when we falter under the weight of life's challenges. But what if there was a way to turn these weaknesses into strengths? Welcome to a journey of understanding, a journey into the ancient philosophy of Stoicism. This isn't just a mindset, it's a lifestyle that has the power to transform the way you perceive and interact with the world around you. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control and let go of what we can't, a simple concept that can profoundly impact our lives. Over the next several minutes, we'll delve into the 8 habits that may be making you weak, habits that Stoicism can help you confront and overcome. So, are you ready to unlock the power within you? Stay tuned as we explore the 8 habits that may be making you weak and how Stoicism can help you overcome them. Habit number 1, living in the past or future. This habit, my friends, is one of the most common weaknesses that hold us back. But why? Well, when we dwell on the past, we're chained by regret and guilt. When we live for the future, we're enslaved by worry and anxiety. Both prevent us from truly experiencing the now, the present moment. Let's consider this. Imagine you're at a concert, but instead of enjoying the music, you're either reminiscing about the last concert you attended or anxiously anticipating the next one. Doesn't sound like much fun, does it? This is where Stoicism comes in. Stoicism, a philosophy rooted in ancient Greece, encourages us to live fully in the present. It teaches us to appreciate the here and now, to be mindful of our current experience, and to let go of past regrets and future anxieties. Remember, the present is all we have. It's where life happens. Habit number 2, seeking validation from others. Now, this is a habit that many of us fall prey to. We constantly look for approval, for affirmation from those around us. Whether it's about our appearance, our work, or our life choices, we've conditioned ourselves to value others' opinions over our own. But here's the thing. This habit can be a weakness. It can shackle us, hold us back from reaching our potential, from living our truth. Enter Stoicism. This ancient philosophy teaches us the value of self-validation. It encourages us to measure our worth by our own standards, not by others. It tells us to find strength in our self-belief, in our conviction. It reminds us that we are the masters of our fate, the captains of our soul. So let's break free from the chains of external validation. Let's embrace Stoicism. Let's embrace ourselves. The only validation that truly matters is the one you give yourself. Habit number 3, avoiding discomfort. Picture this. You're in a warm, cozy bed, but you know you need to get up and face the day. The thought of leaving that comfort zone can be daunting, can't it? That's where many of us falter, in those moments of choosing comfort over challenge. But let's pause for a moment and think about the Stoic way. Stoicism isn't about seeking comfort, but about embracing discomfort as a part of growth. It encourages us to step outside of our comfort zones, to face adversity head-on, and to grow stronger through it. Consider a seed. It's comfortable in its shell, but to grow into a mighty tree, it must break free and face the elements. Similarly, we too must face discomfort to grow and thrive. So the next time you're tempted to stay in your comfort zone, remember this. Discomfort doesn't mean something is wrong. It's a sign of growth. Embrace discomfort. It's a sign of growth. Habit number 4, being reactive instead of proactive. Picture yourself in a boat, adrift on a vast, unpredictable ocean. Now, if you're reactive, you're merely allowing the waves and the wind to dictate your course. You're tossed around helpless, subject to the whims of external circumstances. That's a surefire recipe for weakness, but what if you're proactive? You grab the oars, hoist the sails. You become the captain of your ship, charting your course, weathering the storms. That's the essence of Stoicism. Stoicism isn't about suppressing your emotions. It's about understanding them, acknowledging them, and then choosing your response. Being reactive is easy. It's the default setting, but Stoicism teaches us to rise above the default, to take control, to be proactive, and that's a sign of strength. It's about understanding that while we can't control the ocean, we can control how we navigate it. Remember, you can't control the events, but you can control your response. Habit number 5, fearing failure. Dread of failure, a pervasive weakness, can be paralyzing. The fear of stumbling, of not reaching our goals, can hold us hostage, stifling our progress and potential. Yet, in the philosophy of Stoicism, we find a fresh perspective. Stoics view failure not as a dreaded monster, but as a teacher, a guide. In the Stoics' world, failure is stripped of its terrifying mask. It's seen as an essential part of the journey toward success, a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block. It's an opportunity to learn, to grow, to evolve. To them, failure isn't a verdict, it's feedback. They embrace the lessons that failure brings and use them to forge ahead, turning setbacks into comebacks. They understand that to fear failure is to fear growth. So they choose to welcome it, learn from it, and rise above it. Failure is not the end, it's an opportunity to learn. Habit number 6, comparing yourself to others. A trap that's easy to fall into, isn't it? The constant comparison, the ceaseless measuring of our own worth against the perceived success of those around us. It's an exhausting cycle, one that serves only to diminish our self-esteem and blind us to our own progress. Stoicism, however, offers a different perspective. Instead of looking outward for validation, Stoicism encourages us to look inward. It teaches us that the only comparison worth making is with our past selves. Have we grown? Have we learned? Have we improved? This shift in focus from external to internal can be incredibly liberating. It allows us to recognize our own achievements and appreciate our own journey, irrespective of where others might be on theirs. It fosters self-compassion and promotes a sense of self-worth that is independent of external validation. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. Habit number 7, overthinking. This habit, my friends, is a silent killer. It's the tendency to endlessly analyze every situation, every decision, every possible outcome. It's like being trapped in a maze of your own thoughts, going round and round, but never finding the exit. Overthinking creates a crippling fear of making the wrong decision, of making a mistake. Now, let's turn our gaze to Stoicism. This ancient philosophy encourages us to focus on what we can control and let go of what we can't. Instead of getting lost in the labyrinth of our thoughts, Stoicism nudges us to take action, to move, to do. It's about understanding that perfection isn't the goal, but progress is. So let's strive to break free from the chains of overthinking. Let's embrace the Stoic way. Act, learn, adapt, and move forward. Remember, it's better to make a decision and learn from it than to be stuck in the quagmire of overthinking. Overthinking leads to paralysis. Take action. Habit number 8, neglecting self-care. This habit, my friends, is a silent thief. It quietly robs us of our strength, leaving us vulnerable and weak. The neglect of self-care manifests itself in many forms: lack of sleep, poor nutrition, absence of exercise, and even ignoring our emotional health. Now let's apply the wisdom of Stoicism here. Stoicism teaches us to respect our bodies and minds as the invaluable tools they are. It encourages us to nurture them, to ensure they're in the best condition to face life's challenges. This means eating well, getting enough rest, keeping active, and acknowledging our emotions. Remember, Stoicism is not about denying our feelings. It's about understanding them, learning from them, and managing them effectively. It's about recognizing that our physical, mental, and emotional health are intertwined, each influencing the other. So, let's break the chains of this detrimental habit. Prioritize self-care. Self-care is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Now that we've explored these habits, it's your turn to act. The journey to self-improvement is a personal one, and it all begins with reflection. Consider these 8 habits we've discussed. Are they present in your life? If so, how are they affecting you? Discover the power of Stoicism. This ancient philosophy teaches us to focus on what we can control and to accept what we cannot. It's about finding tranquility in the chaos of life and strength in the face of adversity. By adopting Stoicism, you can overcome these weaknesses and foster a sense of resilience and peace. Change isn't easy, but remember, it's a process. Your journey towards self-improvement is not a sprint, but a marathon. It takes time, effort, and a whole lot of patience. But the reward? A stronger, more resilient you. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment about your thoughts on these habits in Stoicism. Remember, you have the power to change your life.